Watch her sweater, or rather backpack, or maybe everything. So here's what's actually going on. This is an AI workflow I built. It restyles clothing without touching anything else on the image. You pick which part of the clothing, you pick how it's restyled, and it holds frame by frame. AI video would fall short here, 100%. But this workflow can do it, and you can have it. Oh, and it doesn't care about whether the footage is real or AI generated. Like here, where I am. It's me, but it's not me, but me. You get it. Now, is it really that easy? One click and done? You already know the answer. No. But it's not hard either. AI does most of the work, and you just put those pieces together. Somehow. I will show you. I built it in Figma Video, but workflow would work on any platform. So you might ask why I did it this way and not prompted it to generate the video right away. Because it either do the safe version, which you don't want, or it will do this version, which you also don't want, or many other that would fall apart at frame level. Here you simply need to be the one who controls it. So let me show you. This is the workflow. It does the job and it's quite simple. If I zoom in, you can see that in here her sweater is restyled, and some are quite interesting, like in here with Japanese koi fish, then maybe something even more abstract, possibly some cartoon. You get the point. So here is the flow. You only take care about these two nodes, nothing else. Probably. Well, actually there is something else, but we'll get to that. You will specify how many prompts you want. In here I have prepared it for 12, because in my footage I'm using 12 FPS version, meaning 12 frames per second. It looks a little different as if recorded in a standard way, which is either 24 FPS or 30. This one is way more stylistic, and it also costs less because you are generating only every other frame, not every, which would cost twice as much. And I forgot about it where I was restyling myself for 10 seconds. I was so dumb. Now, 12 is just fine. If you want more, you will just write the number you want. And here you will specify what type of clothing do you want to be restyled. And that's it. The rest is automated. You can pick one of 3 lanes I prepared. One is threadwear, which creates like embroidery style. So you can see those threads, it's knitted, or how do you call it? Then it's paintwear, where the stylization looks like illustration or maybe sprayed with graffiti, something like that. And the third one, use like beads, patches, different parts of clothes or any other fabric. It's kind of a bold one. Now, you will pick whichever you want. In this case, I chose paint, and since these are system prompts, everything happens automatically. Here, if I would hit run, I would get a new batch of 12 prompts. Like in here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 up until 12, and this happens on its own. Then I was isolating each prompt to appear in prompt node. So here it's only the first one, below it it's only the second one, so you have only one per node and generation. This way models won't get confused. Nothing special here, I just wrote it only rewrite prompt number 2, start directly with text, no not order number, no explanation, no edit text, 1-to-1 copy. And for each I just changed the order number, nothing special. And here you can see this is my input image. which is frame from video I was using. And here you have your generation. Below it is frame 13 because I was running it on 2 seconds, meaning 24 images. So I just used 12 prompts for 24 images. Therefore, one prompt was used twice. Now here you can see I chose the first one, which is threadwear, and these are kind of different. If I zoom in, you can basically see it's knitted there, and there is that third dimension, or how do I call it? I don't know. But you can see it's much more real and handcrafted. And in this one, it restyled the hat, like in here. I chose the last one, which is buildwear, meaning it restyles it with different elements, pieces of fabric, patches, beads, anything. However, only change I did was that I wrote it's a hat, nothing else. And to show you one where I was kind of dumb because I thought it would be cool to look at it over a 10-second period. And it is cool, but it takes a lot of time to do it. It costs a bit more, of course, and you need to download these images manually. I won't sugarcoat it because there is no automation here. I'm pretty sure I would find a way to do it in a little more advanced way, but since this type of workflow is used only once in a while, I don't care, just download it. So here we can take a look at one which is free, which is empty. And you can see I have this prepared, and this is the workflow that you will get, which is empty, not already generated. Now let's try a different image here. I will select all these guys and say goodbye. We don't need them now because I want to show you how that works. We have one which is 9x16 and one which is hopefully 4x5, if I remember correctly. You need to bring in your image model. In my case, it's Nano Banana Pro. It would work with GPT Image 2 and most of other models. Therefore, experiment and try. I would suggest to go at least 2K. If you want to go 4K, like go. You have more definition there, more details, but it costs a little more. Then you will set up aspect ratio, which is 9x16. Here I can copy this node and I will just change it to be 4x5. And for the first one, let's maybe use this threadwear. Here I can set how many prompts I want. We only uploaded one image per batch, so we can generate one. If you would use exported frames from video, which I will then show you how to do in a free way or kind of easy way, you would change the number. But to show you, let's stick with 12. And which part of clothing? Now, let's use his jacket here. It will be jacket, and you can see it was updated here automatically. Let's hit run model, and once this is done, I will hit run model here, so it will pick up the first prompt, or maybe choose a different one, not the first one. We are done, and you can see quite a lot of prompts here. So for the first one, let's use second frame, run model, and it will pull it there. Then I just need to connect these two. Prompt is done and I can hit run. Now we should hopefully be provided with image where this guy is not changed, but his clothes are, only jacket. And while we are waiting, let's take a look at image below, where we might maybe try to locate it only on her pants. Here we can try paintwear. It will be her pants. Let's hit run model, and here you can see It's already there. There is applied pattern, embroidery pattern on his jacket, and it works. Now imagine you would want to do it as a video. You would just do it a lot more times, but it's totally worth it. Here we probably have our prompt ready, so maybe go by chance. Let's use number 7, run model, and I will again connect this node to our image generation, and we should be hopefully again presented with the image where this woman is unchanged. Only her pants should be covered with some paint, print or something, or not. But I'm optimist. See, I did not lie. And cool thing is that, for example, here with this pretty nice face, you can see it didn't just like continue to cover the surface of pants. It somehow understood it's her front leg, then it should be probably somehow curved. Therefore, the texture is cut there, and you want that. That's good. Now, you might ask, how do you do that for video? There are a couple of ways, depending on whether you know some editing software or not. If you know one, for example, in here I have After Effects and I have my 2-second clip, you would just render it as PNG sequence. If you would do that, you would end up with video being cut into single frames, which you would then upload here. And once this is set up, what you can do is to drag all the nodes here and just hit run selected. And you will wait for the new batch. That's pretty cool. It might happen that some generation will turn out to be bad, so you would then just inspect your results and rerun the one that is either bad or you somehow don't like it. You would download these images, then you would upload it back to your editing software as PNG sequence, and if you know a little bit of masking, it can look so much better, because of course it did not change anything else but the selected clothes. However, in reality it did. The colors are a little off. We can work with that, but the biggest problem is here. It needed to regenerate it again from scratch, and although it's quite close, you can see it's not it, because the texture, the quality is completely gone. Maybe if you would use that for social media, it might be enough, but I don't like that. So how do you get back that definition? Like this. Because you can see I was able to maintain original image and just overlay that interesting part on top of her. But it needs a little bit of practical craft there. You need to mask it out a little bit and then do some color corrections, a tweak here and there until it looks like this. And for those that do not want to learn that editing part, just go on easygif.com, which is free online, and here you can upload your video and it will turn it into PNG sequence. And then again, with images to video, you can combine those PNGs back into video. So go and use that. That's an option. Now, I don't have much more for you. It's quite a strong workflow. It's simple but strong. And if it helps you, I'm glad. If you have any suggestions, put those in comments. I will read it. And if you want to discuss this workflow in more detail with me, then consider my community, where I have way more space to go deeper. But you decide. So consider that and see you with the next video.